Well, hey guys, thanks for joining me. Today we are on Lake Norman. Gonna try to do some wintertime bass fishing. I hear Lake Norman is a wonderful lake to do that. We actually put in, it's not a public boat launch, it's actually a private boat launch, but it's open to the public. It's at the Landing Restaurant, and it said it was a restaurant. It looks kind of like a little bar and grill. It looks like it'd be a pretty cool place to grab a drink, and it's kind of it doesn't look like it's fine dining. It looks like more of my kind of place, more of a mom and pop little type deal. Wasn't open when I was there, but of course we're in the middle of COVID, so who knows what's going on. But the Landing Restaurant in Sherrills Ford, North Carolina. But enough about that. Let's go catch some fish.
Well, I ain't got no money.
Well, he ain't got no money.
And a slap run out of beans.
And a slap run out of beans.
And the kids are getting hungry.
And the kids are getting hungry.
I can tell you what that means.
I can tell you what that means.
River rats.
River rats.
And cooler stew.
And cool stew.
Baby, that's what I'm cooking you.
What I'm cooking you.
River rats.
River rats.
And cooler stew.
And cool stew.
Well guys, I want to temper your expectations a little bit. I was out here for 20 minutes or so, and ran into my buddy. He's been I came out here, this is afternoon, ran into a buddy. He said he'd been out here since 7 o'clock this morning. They caught one white perch all day. Him and another guy, between the two of them, only got one bite, and it wasn't even a bass. So yeah, so temper your expectations. Hopefully we'll round something up, but I don't want you thinking that this is going to be a sleigh fest, because I don't think that it's going to be. Go. That is the shortest little largemouth ever. Look at him. Look at how little that largemouth is. Short and squat. Dude, that is the oddest proportion bass ever. All right, we're gonna get him in the water. Whoa, I don't know what this is, but it's big. Got it. Oh man, that's always fun. All right, little Lake Norman striper. Look at that, that's fun. All right, let's get this guy back in the water. There we go, come on, bud. Oh, he's just barely cooked. Barely hooked, barely hooked, barely. Oh man, ooh, he's got something on him, like some kind of little skin condition. But still fun. And now it's time for tackle roundup. What I'm using today and that I've caught that fish on was this. It is just a 1/2 ounce Bill Lewis rattle trap, chrome with a black back. I would say that I've been yo-yoing it. One of the things, I don't know why, I don't like yo-yoing. You know, when you cast it out, you let it sink to the bottom, you know, and you pull the rod tip up and you reel in the slack, pull the rod tip up. I'm doing the exact same thing as yo-yoing, except I don't pull the rod tip up and reel in the slack. The reason being, I get like a lot of line knots, and that goes for both my spinning reels and it goes for my bait casting reels. So I do the exact same thing, but I cast it out, let it hit the bottom, and then I crank, stop. Crank, stop. And that's how I yo-yo it. It's the same technique, only I use the reel instead of using the rod. But that's what I've been doing. Just kind of coming out here. The fish, I don't know exactly what's going on. Oh, I had one other. Let me show you one other lure that I was using. That really short, squatty largemouth that I caught that on this. This is a 1/3 ounce. That's the good old Ozark Trail. That's the Walmart Ozark Trail lure in that crawdad color, and he was up under a dock. That's what I've been using today. Probably got maybe 30 more minutes of daylight. Hopefully we can round a couple more up. Who knows? But that concludes today's tackle roundup. All right, nice little striper here. Let's get him back in the water. Well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up for today. Mostly because I'm cold. It was a good day, actually. Was able to catch a largemouth, a spot, and the striper just out of nowhere, which was cool. But it's getting cold and getting dark, so I think it's about that time. If you'd like to know anything about any of the lures that I used or the launch or anything, you can look down in the description box. I'm going to put some additional information down there. But if you would, please subscribe to the channel. Helps me out tremendously. This channel's updated every week, so you don't want to miss out on that phenomenal fishing content. But guys, y'all take care. I'll be seeing you next week. This is Josh, and this is Abide Fishing.
Well, I ain't got no money,
Well, he ain't got no money.
and a slap run out of beans,
And a slap run out of beans.
and the kids are getting hungry.
And the kids are getting hungry.
I can tell you what that means.
I can tell you what that means.
River rats
River rats
and cooler stew.
and cool stew.
Baby, that's
Baby, that's
what I'm cooking you.
what I'm cooking you.
River rats.
River rats.
So, it's safe to say I lost the coat. You know, the last time that I saw it, you could see it, it was, you know, just kind of drifting away off into the sunset. So that's where we stood. I lost the coat. It's kind of disappointed about it, but it is what it is. So one of the things that I do is I got the video and was editing all the stuff together, and I download the app FishBrain. Now, if you don't know what FishBrain is basically, it's like Facebook, but it's just for fishermen. And I post all my fishing stuff on there just because all my real Facebook friends get tired of seeing my fishing stuff all the time. And the fishing stuff is appreciated a little bit more on FishBrain. So I uploaded the pictures of the fish that I caught and on FishBrain. And just as a complete joke, I posted, hey, in the event anybody finds a high visibility coat floating around anywhere in Lake Norman, let me know. It's mine, and I would like it back. Just as a joke. Next morning, I have a message. I have your coat. Message me. That's all it said. Some dude found my coat and contacted me through Fishbrain. I mean, how cool is that? So what I did was I messaged the guy and was like, that is absolutely incredible. I absolutely would like to have my coat back. Let me know when and where. Lunch is on me. I'm just overwhelmed. Get a message back, and it says this. Coat is more expensive than lunch, bub. Finders keepers. I kid you not. This dude found my jacket, contacted me, and is now holding my jacket for ransom. I mean, who does that? Who does that? So I contact the guy, and I said, you got to be kidding me. Had I known this was a hostage negotiation, I wouldn't have even responded to you, because had I known you were just holding my coat for ransom, I would have never even responded, because I don't negotiate with terrorists. Needless to say, it devolved from there. A bunch of back and forth. But my whole thing is, who does that? This guy legitimately found, this guy and another guy, two dudes, they found my coat and contacted me, and are trying to extort money to get my property back. So obviously I'm not paying the guy. I'm not paying just out of principle, paying to get my own coat back. But I mean, my faith in humanity is so shaken by this. Because again, this is not as if, ownership of the coat is in question. It's not as if how many high visibility jackets are floating around out in Lake Norman. I bet you it's one. And not only that, the jacket that I lost, I use it for work. And so in the front left pocket, not only is it a high visibility jacket that I clearly identified in my post, but in the pocket there, it not only has my name, there is a photograph of my face. There's like a headshot. So it's clearly my jacket. And I just cannot believe that anybody would be so ballsy as to try to do this. If you really needed a coat that badly, I'd have given it to you. All you had to do was ask. I'll be glad to give you a coat. However, I'm not going to be extorted for a coat. And something that's even more just annoying to me is the fact that this coat, I'm a short guy, and this coat, it's actually small on me. It's one of those things where I put the sleeves on and they come up to here. If I stretch my arms out, it extends way higher than it should. It doesn't even fit me comfortably. Okay, and I'm a pretty short guy, so after this guy gets the coat cleaned up and dried out, there's no way that he's actually going to be able to fit in this thing. So I guess what I'm saying is, it's not like he's going to be wearing this coat regularly. I mean, and even if it does fit him, it's a high visibility construction coat. I mean, you're not going to be wearing that out to the club. Okay, this is just not a high fashion type of article of clothing. So again, what was the whole point of this? Because here's the deal, and this is what I didn't disclose, is I offered the guys, that I would buy them lunch, but I was actually going to get a Cabela's gift card and bring it up there, for the trouble. So these guys stood to benefit a lunch, Cabela's gift card, and maybe even a fishing buddy. Instead, these guys wanted to be an absolute jerk about it, and they've got a coat that doesn't fit and an enemy. I mean, that's basically what it boils down to. So that's where we stand. I've already ordered Amazon. I've got a new coat coming en route. And I actually probably could have gotten off cheaper by paying the ransom, but I'm just not going to do it out of principle. I don't want any of my money going to somebody who would do that. And again, I really want you, this is not just like a cheap ploy to get people to comment on my channel. I want to know you guys' thoughts. Because again, I've talked to a couple people, and they were not surprised by this at all. I'm shocked by this. I mean, how ballsy you would have to be to try to extort somebody for their own property. I just want to hear your thoughts. I mean, am I wrong? Am I naive in thinking this? Or was I wrong to expect anything less? We live in a society. We got to learn to get along with one another. And I'm sorry, if this is the new status quo, this is not the kind of world I want to live in. Just be totally transparent with that. I guess all that to say is it costs nothing to be a decent human being. And that's really all I'm looking for. I just expect at least a little bit of decency out of people. But again, maybe I'm wrong. Chime in. Thanks for watching my extended tirade here on the Abide Fishing channel. Again, I'll be seeing you next week. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll be glad to. I respond to every comment, so I really do want to have this little bit of dialogue. Again, thanks for sticking with me on this extended play edition of the video, and I'll be seeing you next week. This is Josh, and this is Abide Fishing.